My sister showed up that same evening, still in her coat, ready to talk me out of the eviction before I had even finished explaining the situation. I pulled up my bank statements right there at the kitchen table, still moving carefully because of the hernia surgery, and showed her exactly how long the payments had stopped. She went quiet for a moment, because apparently my son had told her a very different story, one where I was the one who suddenly raised his rent. That was not true. I had not touched the rent amount in 2 years. He had simply stopped paying and hoped nobody would push back. My sister apologized for jumping to conclusions, but by then the group chat had already decided I was the villain of the story. A week later my son showed up with a plan I genuinely was not expecting, and it changed how I saw this whole situation. Sitting across from my sister that night, still moving carefully from the surgery, I realized how quickly a family story can spiral once one version gets repeated enough times. It bothered me more than I expected that my own son would let people believe I was the unreasonable one instead of just being honest about what happened. It was a strange kind of relief, honestly, finally having the real story out in the open instead of whatever version had been quietly circulating through the family group chat. It says a lot, honestly, that an outsider's perspective was what it took for either of us to actually hear what the other one had been trying to say. Follow for part 3 to hear what he proposed.